Hi. The way recycling came up was that big plastic or big oil industries wanted to transfer the responsibility of plastic pollution onto consumers. Over time, smart people figured that out, and we were able to spread awareness that recycling is one of the biggest scams of modern history. But there's another scam that has been going around for a while, but I think it needs more awareness. And that scam is that we have been told this idea that planting trees is going to save the planet, that planting more trees around the world will help climate change and global warming because trees take up carbon. But that's only half the truth. What they didn't tell you is that in order for trees to take up carbon more than they put out, can only happen once a tree gets to past 20 to 45 years old. So that means that all the young trees that are being planted in 20 to 45 years, that will pay off. But here's the thing that I think needs a lot more awareness. The logging industry cuts down thousands of old trees per day. That means old trees that were actually doing the job of taking in more carbon than they put out. The forests around the world currently take up 25% of all the carbon emissions that humans put out. And when the logging industry continues down this path where they cut down old trees for their business, for money, for profit, that means there's less old trees around the world to take in the carbon emissions that we put out. And on the young trees that we keep planting, that won't pay off until they're past 45 years old. So we're left with that little timeline where there's going to be more young trees planted, more carbon emissions being put out by the trees as well as by humans, and there's not going to be enough old elder trees that are being protected to actually help us fight climate change. So next time someone tells you that planting a tree is going to help save the climate, make sure you talk to them about why protecting current forests is needed more than planting new trees at the same time. The right leader takes an action on protecting what's currently there rather than trying to look for another way out, which is planting a new tree. We need to protect our forests around the world that are being destroyed by logging industry daily. We need to protect our forests for animals like these. Without forests, without the climate being good, animals like these, especially the ones that don't have a home, will suffer greatly.